Well, hey, everybody. Andy here. Thanks for joining me tonight. Happy holidays to everybody out there. It's Thanksgiving week. We've got a lot to be thankful for. I know today I'm thankful to be joined by a few buddies of mine. I've got Taylor from SouthernHike and Crow from As the Crow Flies Hiking with me tonight to talk a little gear. Specifically, we're going to talk about some gift ideas and maybe some of our favorites for the outdoorsy backpacker, hiker, camper in your family. So, if you're here for the party, go ahead and throw any questions, comments in the chat. We will be following along as best as we possibly can. But let's wait no further and let's bring out Brad and Taylor. Well, howdy, gentlemen. How are you guys doing this evening?
What's up?
Well, we were looking forward to doing this here, everybody, for, I don't know, a little while, not too long, but we thought it would be a good idea to, here on Thanksgiving week, have a little chat, see where this thing goes, talk a little bit about some stocking stuffers, some budget items, a whole range of different things. So before we get into that, let me... why don't you guys tell the people a little bit about yourself? Where can they find you? How can they follow you? Crow, why don't you go first? Throw you on the spot.
So I'm As the Crow Flies Hiking. I was in the band Warrant for many years as the lead singer and left the band.
Was that the bad years?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, addiction, sex, drug, and rock and roll, that stuff, you know. So no. So yeah, no, just YouTube As the Crow Flies Hiking, Instagram As the Crow Flies Hiking, Facebook As the Crow Flies Hiking, you know, same stuff. But yeah.
Taylor, you're up.
All right. I'm Taylor. I have the YouTube channel SouthernHike, all one word, and that's on every social media platform. We do all things hiking and backpacking, and my wife joins me occasionally. And we just like to have a good time in the backcountry.
Do you have a Gmail account that's specific to just your channel?
Are you talking to me or Crow?
I thought it'd be funnier if I asked you.
Yes, you can find it in the description of all my videos.
We were having that discussion.
Crow at gmail.com.
Yeah. Somebody's going to send an email to whoever that person is. Yeah. All right. This show may go off the rails just a little bit. We see there's some folks, and you two also, feel free to jump into the comments. Let's keep this train rolling.
God, Squid's here.
Yep, Squid's already here. Doc, Tangent, Josh, how's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you guys. Hopefully you guys have a nice holiday planned, Thanksgiving week. You know, it's always nice to have some time to spend with family. Are you guys staying local? Or are you guys traveling for the holiday? Crow?
I thought I'd go to Ukraine for a few weeks, hang out there. No, probably not a good idea.
No?
No, I'm just here. I'm
it's
local.
Lovely this time of year.
I've heard. Not a good deal.
No. Taylor?
I am home alone this week until Thursday, and then I'm going to meet my wife with her family driving up Thursday. So I had to work this week, and she took our baby and went and spent the week with the grandparents. So
nice. How's the little one doing?
Oh, he is 300 miles an hour. He's 15 months. So he is into everything he can touch.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
see the picture. He's moving. He is moving all over the place, dude.
He's a very fast boy.
Well, are you surprised with this guy with the running and the miles that he's putting in? Of course, you're getting a kid that does the same thing.
And his new trail name is
Swift.
You
and Metro or Andy gave me that inaugural name. We're not going to do calves. I like the Swift name better. So
I think Swifty, it would be better.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm down for Swifty too. I work.
He's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan.
That's right.
Calm down. I do like Patrick Mahomes.
No, all right, gentlemen. All right. What's Backpacker Bob doing for the holidays? Is he spending it hiding in a dumpster?
I think he's in a county jail somewhere.
You think so? Already?
Yeah. They probably just get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Thanksgiving. So poor guy.
Doc likes the Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It's a perfect name. I mean, like, he's fast and he's a millennial. So Taylor Swift.
All right.
He's about to call me a boomer. Watch this.
Right.
I'll let you do that for yourself. So, hey, I'm a millennial through and through. I like breweries. I like coffee shops. You know what? I'm just living it up. So
I don't see you as a millennial. You've got like an older soul, Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I hear you. Look, millennials are not all bad. Okay. Y'all boomers have really given us a bad name.
Yeah.
Right. That's
typical.
That's what we did.
Know the difference between a boomer and a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
I just put y'all all in that same category because I know it makes y'all mad. So
yeah. I thought you were going to say because he doesn't take any accountability. I thought that's where you were going with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we better get off of this conversation because I'm about to go down a long road. So.
All right. Let's get to the main event. This may go off the rails too. So if it does, it does. But the people are here to hear your guys' expertise, your expert opinion on the best budget, the best stocking stuffers. We're going to go through a few different categories. But that's what they're here for. So let's give the people what they want. And let's go down a couple of our favorite things. So now, before we even do that, though, the question leading into that is, now, you guys are probably know all this stuff because you're buying it for yourself. Do you guys have to buy for any backpacker campers yourselves?
I don't personally. I have no family that backpacks, sadly. And my wife, I buy all her gear anyway,
So you don't just gift it to her just to say, yeah, see, I got you this. It's under the tree.
Sometimes, but literally a lot of trips I plan with her. I'm like, I bought you this. You're going to be using this. Here it is, kind of thing. So she did get a new pack this summer that she really likes. So I surprised her with that before we went on our Wonderland Trail trip.
What'd you get her?
It's the Waymart through pack.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's a good pack.
She like it?
Oh yeah, she got one of the colors they don't offer all the time. So it's like a teal color, so she really likes it.
Good
Which
deal.
I mean, she rocked a REI co-op. I can't remember the name of that exact pack. She rocked that for like 3 years, and she didn't want me to buy her another one, so I finally forced her to.
Did she help like pick the colors and all that stuff, or did she not care and just said you get
for
it?
This one?
Yeah.
No, she didn't know about it. It was a surprise. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Crow, what about you? Do you do any shopping for others with this stuff, or is it all just it so well because it's what you're doing?
Yeah, it's I don't have anybody that I know that backpacks in my family, and to me the flip side of that, what's worse is if your family tries to buy you stuff for backpacking and they don't know anything about backpacking, you end up with some crazy stuff.
Crow, yeah. Tell him what Metro had this past weekend that he said a family member gave him. Do you remember?
What was it? I don't remember.
The shovel.
Oh yeah, he pulled it out. It was this like 12-pound survival shovel thing. It looked like some of a Rambo shovel.
I mean, it was solid too. Like it wasn't one of those flimsy ones either. Like you could literally dig a 6-foot hole with this thing.
Yeah, and if he had have swung it and it nicked the artery, you'd have bled out within about 3 minutes.
Literally.
I mean, that thing was sharp on the side. It had one of those knives on the side and a med kit inside, and I mean,
it was real
fire
deal.
starter. It had everything.
Wow, is this like medical or military surplus kind of thing going on?
It looked like it.
Like, have you seen those?
Yeah, it did kind of.
It wasn't like an Amazon special, like, or an Ozark Trail special. It was like, this thing probably cost some money. Like, this thing was like heavy duty.
Yeah, did his dad give it to him? I can't remember what he said, but it was.
I think he said like a cousin or a family or like a married in relative or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said.
And we were sitting there. I was sitting there digging out the fire with my mini trowel. And he goes, "Oh, by the way," after I got through, he's like, "I've got this massive shovel in my car." It's like, "Oh, thanks, dude." Because there's no telling what was in that dirt I was digging out, But
I do that about every trip with when everybody inflates their air mattress, and then I get out the Flextail, the little mini pump.
Yeah.
But when I have that with me, I wait till everybody's done blowing up their stuff, and then I just sit over there and I'm like, "Oh, you guys could have totally used it." That's how we roll.
Cool. Right. Cool Quest is in the house.
Yeah.
Michigan folks.
From all over. All right. So somebody else out there said all they got is budget gear. Let's talk a little bit about that. So if you're looking for a budget gift idea, you guys have any good ideas for a budget gift idea for those? I think it's really interesting, though, that all of your responses were, and me included, none of us have family members that do this. So it's all like people in the community that we've met and that we, meet up with and go do this stuff.
Backpacking YouTube has really been beneficial for me as far as finding friends to backpack with.
Finding friends for you in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Us millennials, we struggle.
It's the screens, right? You don't know how to have conversations. Can't make eye contact.
That's Gen Zers. Okay. Gen Zers, calm down. I'm not in that category.
He doesn't like it when we call him that.
I didn't have my first cell phone until I was like 15. So
always on TikTok. All right, budget items, and I'll cut it off at $20. So best, coolest, your favorite, whatever of the bunch, your favorite $20 and under gift idea. Crow, you want to go first?
So let's see. Some of the stuff that I said, I'm just going to go with the easiest one right here to start off with, and that would be some darn tough socks, because that's around 20, right? Isn't that around 20?
They might be a little more than that. They might be 25.
I thought they're like 15. Are they that expensive?
What did I pull up? 25. Oh my gosh.
I think they went up then.
Dang. So that's not budget anymore.
Nope.
I mean, I'm going to defend Crow though. Like these, I have two pairs that I've been wearing for like 4 years now that are still in solid condition.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt on that. These things are as tough as they come. They're darn tough.
They live up to that price, in my all honesty.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, gosh, once I figured out I could get those, and then I've had one pair that had a hole in them, and I took them back, and they immediately gave me another pair. So, to me, it's worth it. If it was $35, I'd probably buy them just for that warranty thing.
Well, we didn't even last one item. We already blew the budget. We're already well done, Crow.
It's not that much.
I'm just messing with you. All right. Taylor, what do you got?
Okay.
What would you get for a budget?
So mine is 23 cents over $20. But
all right.
Majority
0 for 2. All right, keep going.
Okay. If you were to take a percentage of backpackers that use water filters, you know that 90% of them would probably be Sawyer squeezes. So, and it's not a Sawyer squeeze. Calm down. That's not $20. So I know it's not always us, Andy. Don't shake your head. A C-Knock Vecto, and you can get these for B-Freeze. The C-Knock Vecto, and for what's the third one? The other blue one? I can't remember the name of it. The 2-liter Vectos, these are well worth the $20. I have cut 2 of these now. It wasn't the bladder's fault, but these are awesome. Great for cameling water or just quickly grabbing water to filter it.
Yeah, they've got like a glow in the dark one now. Have you seen that?
Yeah. It's a special edition one.
Yeah.
Is that the Versa Blue thing that you were talking about? The
No.
filter?
What's that third filter? Platypus. I've
The
used it a lot.
Platypus,
the
yeah.
quick draw?
Yeah. The quick draw. I couldn't think of the name.
Does that one connects to the Canuck bags?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a 28
and you
millimeter.
Can get one for the B-free also.
Yeah. What size is that? I don't even know.
For the B-free?
Yeah.
Oh, it's something crazy. I can't remember the millimeters on it.
I only see these on trail though. Like I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with one for the B-free.
But well, I do have one for the B-free, but I use my Sawyer squeeze and platypus more than I do the B-free.
Okay.
Have you ever ripped your platypus one? Because J Ben Hikes, he got 2 pinholes in platypuses, the bags.
I never used it to be honest with you, man. As soon as I got that filter, I got the Canuck or Snock or whatever it is to go with it.
Snock.
Snock.
Everybody butchers their name. I wonder if they want to just go back to the drawing boards and can we come up with a name that everybody can
pronounce? Rebrand it.
Look,
Snock. I've heard everything.
To wrap this up is that I have literally been on trail and seen people using the Sawyer bladders that come with that squeeze filter, trying to fill that thing from a creek. And I'm like, man, if I could just give you a Vecto right now.
Oh, they're so easy, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying like the ones that come with the squeeze are terrible to fill. So like, the ones that are made by Sawyer. But
everybody has to get those water bottles and cut off like the bottom half to make a cup so they can fill
that bladder,
the bag and
and
then filter it. It's just
that's a hard pass for me. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Good first one. I would say my budget, and I try to do something a little interesting, a little off the beaten path, is one of the little adapter valves that you can use if you wanted to get the last bit of fuel out of a canister. Say you've got one canister that's half full or less, and the other one's got a quarter.
I really need one of those actually myself.
Because I've got like 4 of these in the basement that I would not probably take on a big trip because there's not enough fuel in any of the one of them. But if I combine them all, I'd probably have a completely full canister. So, and I'm 12 cents under budget. Look at that.
So I want to be able to use one of those things, and I bought one because Senior Hiker was using it, but I'm still afraid I'm going to mess it up and blow my fingers off somehow. I have this unrealistic fear that I'm going to make one of those things explode or something. Is that a realistic fear? It's not.
Well, I have heard there is an important like safety tip to doing it. And not everybody knows it, but you're supposed to do it while your stove isn't lit.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if you're trying to do it with a lit stove, it's no bueno.
Okay.
In all seriousness, I think you're supposed to make sure you're using the same fuel type too. That's the other thing.
Yeah. How many people know that there's so many different fuel types out there too?
Yeah.
So maybe if you're using the same brand,
I strictly use diesel, so I don't know if that's going to work.
You've got one of those fancy stoves, the MSR. It can run off diesel, don't you?
Yes.
You can use like kerosene, diesel. The universal, I forget what it's called. There's actually one of those white gas. It uses all of them.
Yeah.
All right, that's mine. All right. Does anybody have any others that they want to share? That
I just want to say to Squid, I'm a little upset. He's got a boomer move up there. He still uses a scoop in his Sawyer bag. I'm like, dude, that's embarrassing.
Even the Gen Xer right here doesn't do that. Squid, come on.
Yep. There's proof. He does.
Squid, I'm bringing you one when I see you. Merry Christmas.
I think he uses his Nalgene canteen bag for his scoop. That's our old man in the tent pee bag. So I think that's what he uses for his scoop.
Have you ever guys ever used the Injinjis, the toe socks?
Yeah, I have a pair. I do like them.
Absolutely.
You've used those?
I use them every time.
What about the Deuce of Spades for
Yeah,
definitely got that.
Budget item?
make sure to get it from
got
Apex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forget who owns that company, but there's some dude out there that Apex and Hilltop packs.
Some dude that's trying to run 30 businesses at once. I'm impressed.
Open a coffee shop today.
Love you, Ben. Love
you, Ben. There's no way he's on here because
I know
hasn't
he's got
slept
way
for
too much
4
going
weeks.
Oh, somebody said that GSI coffee mug. That's a good stuff.
Yeah.
That's a solid one. Yeah, that's a solid one. I've recommended that one on my channel for years. That is the easiest one.
Yeah. You know, I put I think I said that one of those off of Amazon, the Anchor 20,000. That's a great. Yep. I think I found one that was at 20, maybe 22, but I think everybody should have one of those 20,000 anchors. You know. Oh
yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think I've
power banks or battery banks.
Yeah, one of these thingamabobbies.
Doc, you just put a bad picture in my head. Thanks. Yeah, those are solid. Actually, that is the exact one I took on the trail this summer, and I was able to charge my phone I think it was 4 or 5 times with that.
And how long of a trip was that?
That was 9. That would be 9 days total. I charged my Garmin watch with it too, and I still had juice at the end.
I took 2 of those to the winds, 2 of them. And
2. Oh, you were charging your GoPro. I forgot about that.
Charging GoPro batteries, my headlamp. I was charging everything, and I had plenty of power to spare after 7 days. So,
it was
good.
Fun fact about that trip: I did not use my headlamp until the very last morning we were on trail because we got up really early. We were literally always passed out before sunset.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are hard miles on that one-lane trail.
Also, with the 3-hour time difference, it was always our bedtime way earlier. So,
a pee bladder? Yes, Mike. I do carry the Nalgene canteen. Absolutely.
That's a budget item. There you go.
Yeah, we were in the tent this past weekend in the Georgia. And Taylor had to get out of the tent to go bathroom. I didn't because I had the Nalgene canteen. That thing is great.
I don't know what it is. I just can't sleep with my own urine.
Well, you're not supposed to pour it on yourself. You just put it in a bottle.
Hey, look! I got a quick story. I know y'all are boomers, so you probably don't watch him, but y'all didn't happen to catch Mr. Beast's 7 days in the coffin video that just come out, did you?
My son told me about it. I hadn't seen it, but I heard about it.
So he used Peak refills to eat, right? But he was in there for 7 days, and he said he ran out of ways to pee in bottles. He had no bottles left. Oh. So he started peeing in the Peak refill packages. God. And sealing it back up. It's literally in the video.
Mix that smell with chicken pesto pasta. I don't know. Man.
Well, and then you're probably not filling the whole bag in one use, so you're coming back to top it off later.
No, 7 days that could get rank. Oh,
wow, that's a good story. All right, I think I've got another one to add to that budget list. How about this guy?
Oh, good idea. Yeah, very good idea.
I like that. Bring that along. The smaller one, the little one. You can get the larger one, but I don't. I think that's. I mean, gosh, this is probably 1,000 times more than you need on trail. You know, even on a long trip. But I've been on some trails where I wished I had it. So it's become just kind of a staple in my med kit to bring some kind of body glide.
Got to have it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. everybody should carry that. I think just because once it happens,
yeah,
you can't go back.
Did you leave us for a second? Where'd you go?
I never have internet issues, and my internet literally blipped for just a second.
Never. All right. Do you have any others that you'd like to add to the under 20 list, or should we move on?
Real quick, I would say that light load towel I told you about. Those light load towels are incredible. They have the small size and the large size. The large size is almost like a regular size towel.
Yeah.
And I just think that they're so light. It's just perfect for taking off condensation in your tent or just whatever you need it for. I use it with my cook set too, different things. Yeah. So I don't know.
Absolutely. I use that. I opened one up and I use it in my cook set until it's fallen apart. Then I throw it away and bring a next one on trail and fire it up. But those things last a decent amount of time, and they're stupid light. So, and then I use those two to wipe down occasionally, like condensation in the tent, because you're always going to have that issue, as Taylor knows. We were just talking about how every tent seems to have condensation issues. Okay, well let's transition, and there might be a little overlap on this one, but let's talk a little bit about some stocking stuffer ideas. So maybe some smaller items. Doesn't necessarily have to be under any budget, but the smaller that could be stocking stuffers. Taylor, what do you got on that?
I tell you what, go to Crow first, because I had an idea and now I'm changing it.
Oh, on the fly.
I had a couple I'll just throw at you. So
yeah.
And I've seen a bunch of people get it, and everybody's been satisfied with it. I know I have. Is that new Flextail zero pump?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're not cheap. I think I've seen them now $42. I think I saw $42. I may be wrong, but
yeah,
this thing is super light. It does have a replaceable battery, and you charge those RCA batteries in it, and then you tell them. I guess it comes now with all the different attachments, but man, I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing, and I think I've used it 21 times with one battery.
Okay. Now, have you had the other ones, the previous generation ones? Yeah. How does that compare to the Tiny Pump 2, whatever it was?
Well, the one thing you don't get on this, which I really like, and I may carry the other one, is that light that you get on the other one.
Right.
So you can turn it upside down. It's got a hook on it. So if you want to hang it from your tent, you got a light. So you don't have that, but this is significantly lighter.
Okay.
And it's, the size of a lipstick container, which this is not my color, but I usually off red, but yeah.
Alrighty then.
And the other one I said was,
oh yeah,
Senior Hiker 77 got me onto these. If you're a coffee drinker, I mean, everybody has their preferences, but the 3-in-1 coffees, absolutely love them. I mean, there's multiple different kinds, and you have the Vena Cafe or a different one. I think this is a Korean version, but it's got creamer and sugar in it. So if you like to doctor your coffee up like me, it's a very balanced flavor to me. I like it. Love it. 3-in-1, and they're just super small. So, yeah.
Save the headache of having to bring all the different creamer, sweetener, have it all in one.
And I think that's like $20 for 100 packs, so you can just keep the box and then just carry it on trip after trip.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Taylor, can you top that with your shoddy internet?
I got 3 different ones.
All right.
Funny enough, one of them I was going to say, but then I seen Squid already said it. It's Element. Love Element for electrolytes. Little pricey, but definitely.
Is that your favorite? Is that your
as far as electrolytes go?
Yeah, because you see people with like the Liquid IV, you see them with the Gatorade Zeros, you do see the Element. There's probably, I don't know, a few different ones. Is that like your go-to?
Yeah, it's probably my go-to because I sweat profusely. So I need all the electrolytes I can get, and that has the highest milligrams per packet. So I do like Liquid IV also, but I love Element. Rather expensive, but really good.
Mm.
Then, so another one, and I'm going to talk about this in a video soon. Are y'all still there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Andy was froze there for a second. I was just making sure. Another one. Is he the one with bad internet now?
I don't know.
I think so. He's froze.
Oh no, and he's the host.
Oh, you guys are at the bottom.
Are we back?
Are we back? Yes.
That got awkward.
That is silence. Just a little bit. I'm watching the stream. Even it looks like it was down for a little bit.
Yeah.
So the other one is the UGQ Scullies. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it in a future video coming up. But those are super warm as far as a down like beanie.
I haven't gotten those. So it's got down in them.
Yeah, it's just a down beanie, and it's really warm. Like, I mean, they make for extra large heads too, which is the biggest thing for me.
Freeze.
Too many tabs open. Cool Quest said there's too many tabs open. So
No.
Maybe Andy's got too many tabs open. While he's waiting, let's see what out. I will say, just because I have loved this company, is the Get Out Gear, the Get Out Gear down blankets. So
yeah, they've got a new one out now.
Yeah, they got the Mega Puffy, which I'm about to give to my mother. She's a master sewing person, so
yeah,
she's going to sew me in a foot box for that Mega Puffy. And I'm excited about that.
Were you the one that did that before? I feel like somebody told me they did that already. Okay,
I did. I have just the regular one. This blanket. Let's see, this blanket right here, just a regular one. I have a box, and I use it all summer. Sewed in, and then the Mega Puffy is. I think it'll take you. It says it'll take you down to 35. I'd say look out, maybe 40, but 35 maybe. Yeah. But I'm gonna put that foot box in it, and then I should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would say another one too is the Pika or Pika Summit Suds. Have you used those, Crow?
No. What is that?
Those are like those. It's like a powder that you mix very little. You only need just a little bit. And you mix it with water, and do not do this near a water source. But you can easily clean your hands when you're in the backcountry. You can get them in like a little small tube of them. They sell them on Garage Grown Gear, and I think they sell them on their own website too. The Pika Summit Suds. There they are, right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that.
He sent me one of those bidets, but I just can't get my head around doing that.
Nope.
No?
Tried it. Won't do it.
Oh,
No?
He tried it. How'd it go? Was it bad?
You can't undo that feeling. I'm not doing that again. Nope. I'll just dig a cat hole from here to eternity.
Funny you should mention that. On my list is the backcountry bidet, the Crulo Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a couple people have done demo videos on how to do that on YouTube.
Have they
no
really?
way.
Yeah.
I think Jeremiah was one of them, I thought.
So I love this.
I think I saw something today about that. Did he put something out just recently or a short about it?
He might have. I know I'd see him do it at one point.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I had somebody in one of the videos, I mentioned that I used it, and they were like, do you use the same water bottle or do you use a different water bottle? And I'm like, I use the same water bottle, but it's all about the angle because you don't want splashback. You don't want any of that stuff.
And then, are you using filtered water or are you using just unfiltered water?
That's a great question, Crow. That is a great question.
Does it matter?
I would say filtered water. I don't need Giardia back there.
It's a good way to send bacteria in yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. You're not putting it that close. It's not jet powered. It's like a foot or two away. I don't know how you guys use bidets, but
I don't know.
Oh God,
that's funny. Yep, that was actually on my one of my stocking. See, and I think of things like white elephant gifts and things like that. I think that would be hilarious for a white elephant gift, especially if you have kind of an outdoorsy backcountry kind of folks.
Yeah,
they might get into that. Maybe.
Why am I on the big screen? I don't understand.
We can put Taylor on the big screen.
Sure. Okay.
So, Andy, did you get the kids off the internet?
I had to scream at them because I don't know what they're doing. I think one's playing Xbox and I don't know what the other one's doing. All the streaming service at once. Get off Netflix.
They're probably playing that OG Fortnite that just came out. Didn't the OG Fortnite come out and everybody's playing it?
You can go back and play the original boards.
Kids, get off. Dad's got important stuff he's doing.
That's right. We're talking about bidets.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, my last easy stocking stuffer is the Apex Giant dog bones. Very simple.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, convenient if you use a bear bag.
The dog bones. I know exactly what you're talking
Wait,
about.
didn't you use that as an excuse for not getting our bear bag this past weekend?
Shh. We're not talking about that.
What was that story?
It was not really the dog bone. It was an operator issue.
Yeah, I didn't know how to use it, and so Metro was trying to show me how to use it because I am just resistant to change. And he was saying, "Oh, you got to use the PCT method." I'm like, I don't even understand how it works. And then he's trying to explain it to me. I think it got hung. I think up in the tree. I don't know how to do it.
It was like absolutely pouring that morning, and I could not get it unhung, and I didn't know what he did. So I would like grab mine. I said they'll figure it out.
So theirs is still hanging in a tree out there somewhere?
Maybe
no, we got it. We got it down. But I'm gonna have to just practice that before I do it again because it just didn't work for me.
That's the first time you tested it out?
That's the first time I tried the PCT method. I don't know. It just seemed complicated. It seemed like the first time I got a hammock, it didn't understand knots. I was like, oh gosh, I got to figure out knots. And that's like using math, which I don't do well.
They make a lot of cool devices make that easier, Crow.
I know now. Yeah. I've gone to Dutchware now and I got all the little stuff that I don't have to do knots.
Yeah. That is nice. Yeah. All right. What do you guys think about toothpaste?
Nice.
The tablets? You guys ever use those on trail?
I have. Not that brand, but I have used some.
Yeah. This is just a couple that they've got on Garage Grown Gear. I've seen a bunch of different ones. You can buy them off of Amazon.
I need to try that one because the one that I used off of Amazon, it had some unusual tasting ingredients, and I was not so sure about it. So
one of these I heard comments about, but they have good reviews, but there's just not a lot of them. And then there was one, Lightsmith, I think is another website, another group that has some that you can buy off of their website too, that I've used. So that was one, the bidet. And I think that rounds out I got one more stocking stuffer, how about this guy? Did you guys use one of those? The welcome mat for,
Squid was talking about that in the comments.
Outside your tent, you can, you can custom make it, put a picture on it. They'll print it up for you, and send it out to you. I thought that's pretty cool. So,
hey, quick shout out. Nyla Flume bags are always good because I somehow know how to bust every one of them. So I think I'm going to convert to tractor compactor bags because that's to say tractor trash compactor bags. Because I somehow always bust my Nyler Flume bags. I don't know why.
Where do you buy yours?
Garage grown.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought.
I just go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it made me think of them because of Lightsmith. Because I bought some there and they were fine, but I think it's the same thing that Garage Grown sells. So
it looks the same.
Yeah,
I think on the site.
Yeah. So I think it's just the way I jam my gear in there. To be honest with you.
I think you're rough.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think I bought a 3-pack from Lightsmith 3 years ago, and I'm on number 2, maybe number 3 by now.
Everybody tells me that they don't break them, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as long as they're still waterproof, that's kind of they're just a backup kind of waterproof for me. So
yeah.
But
they've absolutely saved me on multiple trips. I mean, even on the trip we were just on. So, yeah.
Okay. How about if we move on to gadgets or electronics on that category? Do you guys have any that you would throw into that we haven't covered?
I covered the zero pump and the anchor, but
yeah,
one I didn't tell you about, which I think is just great for people that do YouTube, or even if you don't YouTube, is those Lume Cubes, the Lume Cubes, the little lights that you can attach to your camera, to anything really. Puts off a good bit of light, and I use it as a secondary light anyway. Metro showed me his, and man, that thing, and the charge lasts a long time on those, the Lume Cubes.
That's a good idea. Have you guys, how about this? Let me see if I can pull that up. Have you seen these? It's a little like wireless thermometer. So you can string it on
one of those.
On your backpack. And just as Bluetooth. So you can, hang your pack up, and then you're sitting in your tent. You don't have to get out and go read it. You can just pull up your phone and, hey, how cold did it get last night? And I like it because it'll track for days and days and days. So if you take this on a 5-day backpacking trip, you can look at it in the morning to see how cold it got the night before, but it'll also just store online all that information so you can look back on it later. It's like for us, if we're making videos about wherever we went, there's a digital record of what was the temperature, what were the conditions like over the trip. So that's kind of neat to be able to look back on it. So
yeah,
that one. And then I came across this thing, which I don't know, it just looked maybe a fun item that I would be interested in testing out.
Ooh, interesting.
This is like a light that it can also illuminate your tent, or it's magnetic too. So if you've got it in the car, maybe there's some applications that you can use in a situation where you just need to stick it to your hood of your car. It's just a little mini like keychain light kind of thing, but you can also clip it to the brim of your hat and use it as a map reading light. I don't know, something like that. There's all different kinds of versions of it, but I thought that might be a neat little. And it's USB-C, so it just recharges its own battery, and you're off.
Yeah, good deal.
All right. I think that's the bulk of the list that we. Is there anything else you guys would share? Any gift ideas? Other things that we didn't talk about?
Didn't we? We're going to talk about clothing, or no?
We did talk about that. We might talk about some clothing. I know you had one prepared. Do you want to talk about that?
That's the only thing I didn't talk about was the. I've been really impressed with the Appalachian Gear Company 80/20 hoodie that they just came out with this past year. And it's got, so if you have the normal hoodie, it's 100% alpaca wool, but this one has tinsel in it. And I don't know, it's just got a better feel to me. And it's a lot thinner.
Right.
But I think it's very versatile for me anyway. I've been using it this whole year. It's a little on the pricey side, but I mean, it is a cottage company and they are using alpaca wool. So it's ethically sourced and all that. So they're, it's going to cost for them to make it. But I love this thing. This is what I got on now. I wear it all the time, not just backpacking.
Interesting. So have you used the alpaca, the hoodie, the other one, the thicker one?
Yeah, I've got the thicker one too, and love it.
How do you compare those? Like, what's the difference between this one, which has been out a lot longer, and a lot of people love this as kind of a mid-layer, pull it over your hiking t-shirt or whatever you're wearing to give you a little bit of warmth. How do you compare this to the other one?
Well, this one's definitely thinner, and then it's not, it's 80% alpaca, 20% tencel. It has that tencel thread through it. But if you've seen Midwest Backpackers review of that one, the original one, he's got, I don't think yours has it, but he had a lot of rips in it with the straight alpaca. But this one with the tencel in it, it's a little bit stronger, I think. The tencel gives it a little more substance to it, but it's thinner. It's more just like it's like a sun hoodie. It's warm to me. It's been great.
That's pretty cool. What's up, THG? All right. So now that we've got, Taylor, do you have anything that you wanted to share on the clothing side? Was there anything?
So I might personally actually buy one of these for next year. It's a big through hiker item, but I want it for the big trip planning next summer. Possibly one of the Jolly Gear, like button up sun hoodies. Have you seen those?
Yeah. Yeah, Andy, remember when we went with Metro had one, we went to the Smokies. Mm-hmm.
Did he really? I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, he was sweating up a storm in it.
It's pretty warm. Sweating up a storm?
Well, he brought it in temperatures he thought was going to be cooler. So it's fairly warm. It's a straight polyester, I think, isn't it? In it, Randy, or maybe I may have that wrong.
It might be. I'm not. I just remember him saying, like, he thought it was comfortable, but he thought it was way too warm for what we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And as much,
you're right.
Hiking in the Smokies, it was, you're sweating like crazy on those climbs.
We were dying on that trip. It's 86% polyester. It's got a little bit of spandex in it.
Is this what you were looking at, Taylor?
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
I met that guy at the Pinhoti Fest.
Everything airy. Oh, did you?
Yeah, he is a super cool guy. The owner. Yeah, he was just making clothing for himself and then kind of expanded. But he is a super humble guy, just super nice, and he's really trying hard. I love cottage company guys with a passion like that. He's just super good guy.
That's really cool. I'm looking through to see if there's anything clothing-wise that I would. I don't know that I would.
Taylor's got me hooked on the Enlightened Equipment Torrid jacket. I think I pulled the trigger on it because they've got the sale, the Black Friday sale. They're usually $200. Now they're $160. And if you want one that's synthetic, he kind of told me, I was thinking about it. If you're going to have some rainy trips, you want the synthetic more than the down. I think that Torrid jackets, it's pricey, but man.
I already tested mine on the first. I'm having a video coming up about this, but I already tested mine on its first go this past weekend because we were wet the entire time, and it was still kept its warmth even when it was wet.
Okay. It seems like a lot of people are kind of switching and going in that direction.
Yeah, synthetic is really making a turnaround, that's for sure. I still love down, but synthetic has its pros.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get a quilt in synthetic, though. I just don't see it being packable. But but they've made so many strides in the synthetic for the jackets to make them. That's what is it? 9 ounces, 8 ounces, Taylor?
Yeah,
for
it's something ridiculous.
Torrid?
It's very light.
So, and how does it pack down? Because I didn't see you pack it down. That's what I was worried about.
Well, that was the one thing I'm going to talk about soon, is that it packs down easy, but it isn't a how do you say that? It doesn't pack into its. It doesn't have like a what do you call that? A jacket that will stuff into its own pocket. It won't do that. I can't think of the naming of it right now, but yeah. So I'm definitely going to hit up Hilltop for a stuff sack to put it in, because I'm one of those ones that loves stuff sacks. So right now, like on this trip, I just kind of had to stuff it down in my bag, but it did pack down easy.
Okay.
I guess it's just the term is packable. It's, when you see usually a down jacket, it'll be packable with like a inside out zipper, but the Tort isn't.
J3 Hike said Outdoor Vitals has a good option for synthetic too. So I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I think I did see that one.
And then Darwin has an EE jacket too. What's it called? The Outcast or something I saw that option for light equipment. What is that one called?
I seen it. I'm not sure of the name.
But he's selling his design through EE, and it's a synthetic as well. But it's a little pricier. It's like $260, I think, or $240.
Oh wow. J3, I had the I still do have the Outdoor Vitals Adventure jacket. It's synthetic. And I've liked it for a while, but I wanted something a little less tight because that jacket seems to run tight. But I know that they've got some newer, more I guess, versatile synthetics out now.
I've always been an EE quilt guy. My two quilts that I own are, and I don't know why. It's just that's what I went with to begin with, and so I've never strayed because they've that revelation I have. I mean, I think it's 15 years old and it still works. So
I just talked about in a video that I think it was Jerry from Tangent Trails had mentioned in a comment too, that the Revelation quilts are just clutch. They work. Mm-hmm. They pack down easy to use, and I don't use the straps or anything like that either. I'm lazy, so.
I don't know if there's anybody on the comments, but mine is so old that it probably started as a 20-degree Revelation, but now I bet it's like a 40. And I actually reached out to E this week and said, hey, do y'all have a service where you can open it up and put some more fill in it? And they were like, no, you're going to have to contact Ripstock by the Roll or somebody and do it yourself. And I'm like, well, I'm not very handy. So I'm going to have to see if I can find somebody, if anybody knows a service that does that.
Yeah. Yeah. I did the same call on my,
you did
on my E, probably about a year ago. Just, hey, it's supposed to be and this was also back. Mine is old enough that they changed the fill amount. So it was, I forget which year it changed, like 2019. It switched to everything going forward. We're going to be like 110% the estimate, like required amount, where previously we just did 100%. So it's a little bit less than what they've been doing for a while now. But even then, it's kind of, it's been used a little bit.
I thought I heard that the tennis ball and the dryer trick will help kind of like, lock it back up.
Yeah. Washing definitely does make a difference, and using those, I did notice, it's just, on mine, there's a little bit of, how it drifts a little bit in the baffles. So you'll get a little bit of clumping in it. And it looks like, even if you're spreading that out, oh gosh, it looks like there just needs to be a tiny bit more to fill that space. And I think that's just, it's, 5, 6, 7-year-old down that's been used for a decent amount,
shout out to Hammock Gear too, though. They always running crazy sales. I have a 0 degree economy quilt from them, and I brought it down to probably lower teens, and it kept me warm. And they were having one of their sales, and I probably only paid like $100. I think it was less than $200 for that quilt, and it did great. So I know some say that down quilts can get really expensive, but there is some really good deals out there. You just got to be watching out for them.
Oh yeah, that Featherstone Moon Dance 20 degree. I have it and I would carry it more than my old EE, because the down in it is super good. I mean, and it's like half the price, I think. So if you're looking for a 20-degree quilt, look at Featherstone, the Moon Dance. It's a great quilt. I've seen several people review it and go, wow, this is as good as EE, and it's half the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at those a little bit too. Yeah, $230.
Yeah, that's solid price.
On a 25.
Yeah, that's right. It's 25. That's right. I thought it was 20, but it's 25. I got that for my son, and I mean, golly, it's filled. I mean, it fluffs up great.
Yeah. Yeah, there was another one, Pariah, that also has some good kind of budget.
I forgot about that brand. I haven't
Remember them?
spoke on them.
You can get a 15-degree for 180.
Yeah.
They've got a 30-degree down quilt for 160. So I got this for my kids because it's thicker material. It's a little heavier, but it's, I look at it as, all right, this should be more durable for them than the kind of the ultralight stuff that I love, but maybe a little bit more delicate. I don't have to worry about them beating on this one a little bit, with just being rough and it's worked great. So.
Yeah, I remember Dan Becker has a video on their, was it Bryce 2 tent? He claims it's, he's saying it's the best budget tent out there. Their 2-person tent.
Is it a doghouse tent though?
It is. Yeah. Front entrance.
Can't do those doghouse tents.
I can't do the front entrance.
Yeah. I did that at one point. I moved away from them. The side entry is is so much easier than these ones. You're climbing over your pillow. When you're getting in at night and you're trying to take your shoes off and just all that stuff. It is more difficult. I forget which one.
And I just want the bear to come at me from the side, not from my head. So
right.
Not that he's going to pick a side, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last thing before we close. This was a list that Backpacker magazine, I guess, had put out the 10 best stocking stuffers for backpackers in 24. And we're going to go through this one by one, and thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you agree with this, or is it just backpacker?
If there's an Nalgene bottle in there.
Yeah. So here we go. Number 1. Actually, that's not even number 1. Number 1 is the Matador refillable toothpaste tubes. Have you guys ever used refillable toothpaste tubes?
I didn't even know they existed, to be honest.
I'm going to have to give the thumbs down on that one.
Yeah, I probably would take the tablets over.
Or buy one of those dollar, sticks of Crest at Walmart. That's what I do.
Yeah, the little travel size things.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, these are probably about the same size. I think the only advantage is they're made to be refilled and reused.
I do not see the point of that at all. At $10 too. I could get me 10 tubes of toothpaste that'll last me 3 years.
Well, then like Squid said, you go to the dentist, they give you the free one, so just use that.
I farmed those too. Don't worry.
All right, so that one's an A. This one I thought was kind of funny. It's called Heat It. It's a thumbnail-sized device that plugs into your smartphone like charging port and delivers a calculated pulse of heat that stops bug bites from itching.
That sounds like a fire in my tent.
People say it actually works.
Really?
Isn't that the most bizarre thing? You take it out, you plug it into your iPhone, you stick it on your arm on your bug bite, and then it doesn't itch anymore.
Really interesting.
I'm going to call some not believing that one, but okay.
Believe it when I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been good in the winds though?
Oh gosh. Yeah. Good.
Everybody gave that one a downvote too.
Yeah. That.
Brian says scratching is free.
Yeah. I'll just scratch.
All right. Well, this one probably doesn't apply to us, but
hey,
for the women out there,
or
do you use this?
No,
I
knew this. I knew this was coming. Time out. My wife has one of these, and she swears by it. So,
all right,
I use it. It's great.
God, you have to wipe. Are you just leaky like that?
It's to clean up with the pee bottle, right?
It's old man issues. I mean, I may have to start getting some Depends on the trail.
Yeah, well, that
Okay, Carl's, yeah.
Body Glide, we talked about that one.
Talked about that.
Hey, marathon runner, that stuff is life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chafing.
I bathe in that every weekend. So
Cooler cloth is great to dry after using it. Yeah.
That's a fair take, Doc.
Yeah. That's fair. Body Glide, that's a thumbs up for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The pretzel bendy.
So
never used it.
I've
Okay,
never used it either.
Rachel has one, and I've had the night core, and mine will outlast hers by like 3 charges.
3 charges? Meaning like she'll charge hers 3 times?
Before I have to charge mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there that much difference in like brightness?
So on top of, so that's the thing about it is that the brightness of the night core compared to the pelts will run that battery dead on the pelts so fast. And the night, like Brian says, the night core will last all day.
Yeah. Night core all the way for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, it's weird that headlamp has got such a following, but I'm like, that thing is trash compared to some other headlamps I've used. Just being honest.
Interesting. Yeah. I think it's a love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Crow, we got your vote. Never heard of this one. You heard of this?
Wow, that price.
Yeah.
$400.
Yeah.
Woo! That's hard to swallow right there.
It brews a cup of coffee for you in the morning. It converts into a 3-person shelter. No.
You could get 50 frog togs with that.
I'm going to say that thing better have a heater inside of it too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Full on battery pack, jet pack in the back.
No, thank you.
It's like Arc'teryx. It's like buying a,
Yeah.
I probably could
never.
I could buy me 2 new quilts for the price of one of those.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what about this? Camp lights.
So
have you guys ever taken camp lights?
I haven't seen this one, but I've been seeing a new craze with this lately where you can buy like the little wrap-up kits to be able to put lights up like that.
It's like a little battery pack.
Yeah, I've thought about buying one. I can't remember what brand I saw. It isn't Flextail that just came out with one, is it? No, it's the other one. Crow, who had that lamp this past weekend that unfolds? What's it? Luminade?
Lume.
They just announced one.
Yeah. I think it's like a big sign that says, "Hey, serial killer, here's my tent. Come kill me here."
I don't even know I think it's just mosquitoes. It's like, hey, mosquitoes, this is where I am. Come find me. So every time I open my door, 1 million of you fly in. All right.
Yeah, so, Carlson said camp rave lights.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How about the Vermontana brim hat?
Boy, that is a pricey hat.
Pretty stylish too.
Yeah. If they don't have extra big head size, it ain't gonna work for me.
Let me see if it says that. It dries fast. It has 6% spandex, so it can stretch. I don't know.
They have some other patterns. I can't go with that pattern.
I don't know. It brings out the color of your eyes, Crow. I'm sure.
Does it? Okay. I got the Freebird hat. So play Freebird.
I like that one better. All right. How about foam earplugs? You guys ever use? I actually take that. It's in my med kit. Because we'll do camp outs with, like, we went to Colorado as a group of 15, so it's not uncommon. 4 people are snoring like crazy in camp, and I'm throwing in some earplugs.
I was in a shelter in the Smokies about a month ago, and man, I wish I'd had those in the Smokies. In the shelter, good Lord, it was just like decimal level was 11. It was crazy.
I keep them. I used to wear them all the time, but now that I don't know. I decided I don't wear them unless it's absolutely necessary now.
So do you bring them?
I do. I keep them in my. If I got a snore with me, I have them for that occasion. But most of the time, I try to sleep without earplugs now.
Okay.
Just try to go to sleep first.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about, what is this? Your Orion Skyline Deluxe, a laser pointer.
Okay. I never thought to see that in this list.
I didn't either. That's totally bizarre, isn't it?
That sounds like he ran out of stuff to put on this list.
What are you shooting at? What are you looking at?
I know. I'm fit to say that's a good way to get in some trouble.
Yeah, isn't there like in the news that people have been doing that to like airline pilots, and it causes like sight damage and all of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's a federal offense. I don't think you want to do that.
Recommend that.
So you're just pointing out stars?
I guess so.
I've never even seen one of those used. I'm trying to think if I have ever.
I never have. I've never seen anybody on trail with a laser.
Unless you can start a fire with it. I mean, maybe, you know.
I mean, when you're talking about packing unnecessary gear, that probably would go at the top of the list.
That's pretty funny. It's
all the third hikers carry,
yeah.
Blind Bigfoot. Maybe so.
Yep.
Ultralight laser.
Yeah. It's the good ones. Point out the privy like that. Which way do I go? It's down over here. And then over there past that tree. When you get over here.
I'm going to shine a bear in the eye to scare him off.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What is that?
A fly wallet. Dude, this is ridiculous. Who made this list? I mean, this is like laughable.
It is. It's seriously like they got to about 4 and they're like, what?
I'm just going to start Googling stuff.
This is like people that don't go hiking or camping are in charge of. You make the list. I don't want to make the list. You make the list.
We got to get to 20 somehow.
It's a 2 ounce. It's a 2 ounce wallet.
This is the stuff I get emails for saying, hey, I have an awesome item for you to put on your channel. Would you do a video on this and review it? This is the type of stuff I get sent. And just laughable stuff.
Is that it? Is that the last one?
Let me, I think that's the last one.
That was actually really fun.
Yeah. I thought
they
you
keep
guys
pushing that jacket on the other side though. Look at it.
It's advertising.
Like, hey, it's $400.
Yeah. That's
all
right. What's the worst one on the list? What's
that
everybody one? Is it the wallet? Really?
Yeah, I'd say the fly wallet or the right there with the
I don't
laser.
know. The laser's pretty bad too.
The laser's pretty bad.
The hat. The lights.
Everything else besides the jacket. I mean, I could see somebody carrying that.
This
I somehow get the sense that the jacket was was what they were marketing in this list, and they were trying to point around it.
Somebody said it just a minute ago. It was sponsored.
It is. It says like sponsored right above it. So I have noticed on their site, which is why I don't use this one a lot, that they will sometimes have lists that are like best
plant something sponsored in it.
Best, clothing for the winter, and then it's like all the Fjallraven stuff, like all of it. And I'm like, really, guys? There's nothing else that you would. That's like a total giveaway. That.
Sorry if anybody's woke in here, but I've also seen them post a lot of woke articles. So,
well,
just saying.
I think there's a lot in the outdoor community that deal with that are in that.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I love you guys still, but I don't understand some of it.
All right, well, that's it in a nutshell. So some good ideas, some bad ideas. We cover it all here. Well, thanks, gentlemen.
That was fun, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for spending an evening doing that. We're just over an hour and 10 minutes. So I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. Any parting shots, Taylor, that you'd like to add?
Just say thanks for everybody that was with us and joined. It was a great time, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you eat well. And I'll be seeing y'all soon.
Happy Thanksgiving. There were some great comments in there. I was just reading the comments mostly. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks everybody for playing along, being part of this. It's always more fun to read some of the comments and do all that stuff. We enjoy it. So thanks so much for me and these guys. We'll see you next time. Be well.